Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new video. I'm going to be setting up my 2024/2025 budget planner with you guys. If you guys can hear that, that's Vito. He's saying cheese. Say cheese. Good job. He's used the camera so he knows that it's cheesing time. But anyways, I wanted to come on here to film this video because I planned on filming this in the month of July. So here I am in mid-September filming this and finally getting it up. So this is an academic year budget planner for me. If you guys are interested, and if you guys are new to my channel and don't know this, I actually sell this budget planner as a printable that you can go ahead and purchase and print at home. I offer it on my website, romina.rossa.com, so make sure you check that out if you're interested. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I also have a few stickers here that I might end up using. First, I have these monthly scripts. These are the mini monthly scripts, so you get 2 sets of months per sheet. And then this is, I believe, the medium-sized scripts, which you get all 12 months. I also offer these in a bigger sheet. These are the large scripts, and you're able to get any of these foiled or just have them black like I have them here for the small ones. And then I have these colorful dots that I offer in a variety of different colors in my shop, but this one specifically is the color of the budget planner, the pink here that we have. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I don't think there's anything else to mention before I begin. Well, actually, I will have not only the budget planner linked in my description box, but also this binder that I'm using that I got from Amazon, along with these tab dividers. I'm planning on releasing some sort of maybe divider tab labels for these. We'll see what I come up with, because right now I have like most of the budget planner here, and then I go in between months. So I have like July, and then I have August with September, which for the new budget planner printable that I'm currently working on, that will be released next week on the 19th, September 19th. That is going to be my 2025 budget planner. So this budget planner that I'm using right now is undated, but the one for 2025 will be dated, and you won't have to really use stickers if you don't want to. But of course, if you want to, like myself, you always can. Aside from that, in here I have, I'll show you guys in a second. Let's go ahead and get started. So first page in my budget planner is the financial overview. And in here, we just have sections for each month. They are blank because this is an undated planner, but you have a section in each month to put your total income, total expenses, total savings, debt, and then a total. I thought this would be perfect because this is what I already do in my budget planners. So I'm really debating whether I want to use the bigger script or the smaller script. Either of them would go nicely in here. I might end up doing the little ones here and then the bigger ones on the other page. So let's lay down. Like I mentioned, I started this in July, so I'm going to start with July, August, September, and then we'll move on to the rest of the year. So I'm just going to lay all these down. And that will be starting with this setup. This is something really small, but like I mentioned, I've been wanting to set up this planner since like July. So I'm glad that I'm finally doing so. So then that way I just have to go in here and fill these out. Like so. So that's going to be my financial overview. I love how that looks. And then for my next page, this is a blank 12-month boxes page. So this is going to be my annual expenses. And what I use this for is essentially to write down things coming up that I know we'll be spending money towards. So for, let's say, July, which I'm going to use these like medium-sized ones. Oh yeah, super cute. We had Victor, my husband's birthday, and then Vito's birthday as well as 4th of July. So I'm going to use some of these dots, and I love how they go like perfectly with the pink here. I also offer this in a like gray neutral collection, and I will offer these dots for that as well. So as you guys can see, I already have some things marked for each month. So I'm going to write that in so you guys get a better idea as to how it will all look. Another thing about these scripts is that you could get them foiled, and I think I had them in gold foil at first, but after thinking about it, I kind of wanted to keep it black because of all the rest of the scripts here. So let me write down some things here for July. Like I mentioned, 4th of July, we do usually spend it with my family. We did, I think, take something to my mom's 4th of July party. So that's things that I'm talking about. So aside from like groceries, I also have to make sure to adjust my groceries budget so that I budget a little bit more, so that I have extra money to buy things for like a 4th of July party. And then of course we did spend money for Victor and Vito's birthday. Not so much for Victor's actually, but definitely more for Vito's since it was his first birthday. So it's not going to be always about holidays, because some holidays you might not spend money for, but this is perfect, I think, to track all of your annual expenses. And you can definitely fit more than 3, but I only need 3. So for August, we have some birthdays. These are Victor's siblings' birthdays, Carlos and Brenda. So I'm going to write that, as well as I had to get an NT ultrasound done, which I had to pay a copay for. So I'm going to put that in here as well. I actually didn't know that I had to pay for ultrasounds, but I'm guessing since it was a new place, I had to pay for that. So I have another ultrasound, anatomy scan coming up in September. So I'm going to put it in here as well, because that most likely means that I'm going to pay a copay for that as well. Which, thinking about it, I should probably have a category in my budget for copays. But it's not like we go to a doctor a ton either. So that is how I'm going to write out the rest of these. I'm just going to do these really quick. All right, so with this, you guys kind of get the idea. I don't have things for every single month, and of course, like, there's still until next year for me to write these out, but this is all that I can write as of right now. I have quite a bit of dots left, so I could have added 4 per box, but I didn't really need to. But I really love how this turned out. So this page is now all done. And the next page after this is my bill payment tracker, which this is probably my favorite page. I have this in the budget planner, but I also sell this a la carte, so on its own. If you guys don't want to get the whole budget planner, you guys can just get this. This is really nice to track all of your bills and to see if the amounts are changing or not. Of course, some bills are fixed, but others, like your gas, your electricity, water, all of that good stuff, does tend to range. So I think this is going to be good to keep track of that. So I have mine starting from July, but of course you can switch it starting wherever you want. So these are my bill trackers. I am going to write some in here so you guys get the idea. I am also going to write these in order, like due date, just because, I don't know, I just want to. So first, I'm going to write out my bills. And like I mentioned, this is going to be great to just keep track, especially because we haven't even been living here at the house for a year. And I've mentioned this before, but my brother-in-law lives in the back house with his girlfriend. And so they keep asking if like our bills have changed since they started living with us. And it's kind of nice because yeah, I can look back at things like that in my bank account, but it's going to be nicer to just have everything all together in one tracker here. I don't know, I just feel like it's going to make life a whole lot easier. And I just want to be, you know, super organized with our finances. And this is perfect for that. So let's see, the last bill we have here is water. There you go. So then I'll write in the due dates. Some of these don't have due dates. Actually, just one of them, our health insurance, because that comes out of Victor's paycheck bi-weekly. So, and of course I already messed up, but it's okay. Nothing a little white out can't fix. So internet is on the 4th, car insurance is on the 8th, 12 for student loans, 19th, gas, 21st, phone, and 28th for water. And then here you would just write in the amounts and then check them off. And how nice is that? I just love this tracker, honestly. And I definitely recommend it if you're not going to get any other sheets to get this one, because this will definitely keep you on track. Internet 3850. All right, so this is essentially how it's going to look once it is done. You're going to have all your amounts, due dates, and your checkbox all checked off. Of course, we're still in the middle of the month, so I don't know the end of these bills, but it'll be good to know. I can already like compare, let's say, gas from July and August, electricity and water, which is not a lot, but it's always nice to have that in your budget planner, I think. So this page is now done, of course. Love these trackers. And then after this, I have my subscription tracker. So for subscriptions, I don't really have recurring subscriptions aside from things for like my shop, so like my business. And those things would be stuff like, I don't know, like Canva, where I make all of my graphics. I do pay for that, as well as where I get sounds for my videos, which is Epidemic Sound. Amazon Prime, I could list in my subscription tracker, and just things like that. But for our specific budget, we don't necessarily track that, but I do like to include that in the budget planner just for those of you who do need that. So I'm going to leave that blank. And then this income tracker, I think, is nice to list your income if you have various sources. So this is good for me because I can track all of the income coming in for my businesses and my various different income sources. So like YouTube, I can put Poshmark in here, brand campaigns, maybe affiliate links, and those come, like for my shop, I get paid every Tuesday, so that's at least 4 sections filled out, and so on and so forth. So this is good for that. Or if you or your partner or you get paid like every week and want to see that number, you can also track it here. You can track this by month, by quarter, whatever it is you need it for, but I wanted to include it in the budget planner as well. And then I have this for savings tracker. Of course, you can print these multiple times. So right now I only have one of each, but you can go ahead and print one for each month. So that would be great for like the savings tracker. So to put your accounts, date, beginning, what you're adding or what you used from those accounts, and then your ending. Then we have sinking funds tracker. which is also nice to put for every month or every quarter, whatever it is that or however often you use your sinking funds. And then you have a transaction log that goes along with those sinking funds. Then I also included a spending tracker here. For those of you who don't track your expenses like I do, I track my expenses in the monthly view. If you guys are familiar with my weekly check-ins, you know this. But some of you guys may not track your expenses this way in the monthly view and rather track them on a list, a spending tracker like this. So that's why I added this. This is also good for if I am spending things for my business. This is perfect for that as well. Then we have the expense tracker, which is a little bit different than the spending tracker. The expense tracker focuses on one category. So that's why I have a section for categories. So you can put, I don't know, like eating out and the budget for the month or the paycheck. And then you can put your expenses here and subtract it from the budget to get your balance. So every time you make a transaction, you can go ahead and write it in here. This is a little bit more in depth. I have used this sort of tracker in my cash envelopes in the past, but I just wanted to offer this as a full sheet as well for those of you that need it. Then I have the debt tracker and debt payoff tracker, which these I would also put every single month because it's nice to know what beginning balance you have with your debts and then what you're working towards for the next few months. I also have this credit score tracker here that I think it's nice to have in your budget planner just to keep track of, let's say, how high your credit score goes up or how low, or just like how it changes from the beginning of the year until the end of the year. I actually already started this, but I wanted to print a new one so you guys can see it. Blank. And then this is actually something new that is going to be releasing aside from my 2025 budget planner. It's just going to be an extra tracker, which this is the annual income tracker. Just like I mentioned about the income tracker page, this is going to be nice to have all of the year in 2 sheets because I have half of the year here and then the other half here. To have them in 2 sheets so that you get an idea of how much income came in every single month, whether this is good for either your personal finances or business. So I'm actually using this for just my income and my different sources and what they're bringing me in so I can keep track every month. But this is going to be good. I just added in here because I don't want to forget to update those. And then the second tab, like I mentioned, had July, and then this third tab has August. I might combine all the months together. I have so many tabs in here that currently that's what's working. So for August, in here, of course, I have my monthly view. I have my monthly budget, my weekly check-in, which all these pages you guys have seen time and time again in my weekly check-in videos if you guys watch those. First paycheck, second paycheck, and then this is September, which I'm actually getting ready to film my weekly check-in, my first one for September. I'm really excited for that. So if you guys are interested, that will be the next video that goes live. But aside from that, that is all. Yes, those are all of the sheets that come in the undated budget planner. I also have, like I mentioned, my paycheck budget sheet, but this is a separate listing because I know not everyone budgets by paycheck, but for those of you who do, I have this paycheck budget sheet available in the shop. The weekly check-in does come with the budget planner, but it is also available on its own if you guys are interested. And then this next tab here is for all of my extra trackers. So specifically this one is a birthday party budget, which I used this notes page sheet that I offer in the shop, and then I just went ahead and used some of my stickers. So I have a birthday party budget sticker kit that I released, I believe last month or in the month of July, August, I think July. And this is where I budgeted for my son Vito's first birthday party. So I actually have a video of this. If you guys are interested, I'll leave a link down below. So this last tab is for note pages. So I might end up having more in here as the time goes on, or if I want to use my stickers, because I know maybe I might get bored of not using my stickers, because I've used stickers to budget every single month for like the past 5 years. I just decided to have this section just in case I want to use a note page and set it up from scratch. You can always do that. And then after that, I have my meal planner, which is like a whole thing within itself. It definitely doesn't belong in here, but since I have so many tabs and so much space as of now, that is where it lives. But with that being said, I think that's all that I have for this budget planner setup. I really hope that you guys enjoyed coming along and setting up my budget planner for this year, as well as taking a look at the different trackers and insert that I offer in my shop. You can use the code romina10 to get 10% off these printables or anything in my shop, as always. And I think that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys got until the end of this video, please leave a pink emoji, whatever emoji it is that you want, and that will let me know that you got until the end of this video. If you did, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Don't forget that next week on Thursday will be the 2025 budget planner printable release. Super excited for that. I'm almost done working on it and I can't wait for you guys to see it. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye guys.